Let me see. 1 sec. Hey, Fox. Give me a moment here. Maybe like that. No. Give me 1 sec. One moment. I just need to check one thing. All right, cool. Playing games there. No, I'm just checking the stream on the phone. I never played a game on my phone in my life. If I play games, I play them on my computer. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't play games on the phone. It makes no sense. You know, I have a 34-inch screen and 32-inch screen. Why would I play a game on a 5-inch screen? It doesn't make any sense. All right, cool. How was the cottage time, Leo? Did you enjoy it? Did you get some rest? I actually wanted to please you guys one thing, if possible. Whenever I stream, I would really appreciate if you also open up the stream live here on YouTube. The main reason for that is because once we reach a few thousand hours of watched, let me actually tell you, then we can make some money on YouTube as well. Let me tell you what that number is. So once we reach 4,000 public watched hours, if you get a chance, just open up and watch the stream on YouTube as well. I would really appreciate it. And do this every time whenever you're watching me. Thanks a lot. Because I think those hours are going to be counted in this watched hours time. Would really appreciate that. Thanks. Because probably if I ever get enough viewers, I'll probably switch to YouTube at one point anyway. No, not YouTube partner. No, I don't think it's called like that. I mean, it doesn't really say here. Let me tell you. Actually, sorry, you are right. Yes, become a partner. Join the YouTube partner program to earn money, get creator support. Yeah, definitely. That's what I want. Yeah. 100%. Especially when I start recording those courses, right? It would be super nice to kind of get some money on them as well, of course. I mean, there's no secret in that, right? There's no secret in that at all. It's quite logical to say, right? If effort is not paid off in any way, then it's very easy to just simply lose motivation to do anything. It's like, why would I do anything if I see no benefits whatsoever at all, right? Okay. So basically last night we did what we did. And yeah, let me just, so let's kind of start, see what we're gonna do. The past few streams were just this bloody validation. I know. I agree. We have this bug with this validator we made. You can see how, and this is due to some re-rendering, most likely. So we'll need to kind of test that somehow. Yeah, that's not an accurate error. So you can see how the error actually appears, and then it, due to some re-rendering, most likely, I assume, then you can see how it kind of goes from one text. Yeah, so that's kind of wrong. We'll need to fix that. And I almost believe that it was related to this re-render here. I'll just for a moment, even though that's not actually gonna do. So yeah, it is because of this, right? This is gonna trigger another re-render and stuff, so that is problematic. So let's see actually about this hook that we wrote. Like, let's see what's happening. So set state. Then we have the dirty state that I implemented as well. But yeah, we can see kind of due to this re-rendering, this is now kind of fucked up, right? And I don't know actually why that happened. So let's kind of start there today. I really am a bit sick of this crap. I really want to move from this to something else. I am actually genuinely bored with this already. But that's what it is. I mean, it's not money. I don't necessarily care about money only. It's not really about that. It's about generally seeing some progress of something. So it's a lot of hours put into something that I need to see it materializes into something. So it's not necessarily money. It's just a metric to it's just some sort of metric to look at and say, all right, well, what I'm doing makes some sense, right? So it's not really money necessarily, like, oh, I want money. It's just like, yeah, reward of some sort, right? Because you can't do something indefinitely without seeing, exactly, you can't do something indefinitely without seeing some sort of reward, right? Like, because at one point you're gonna say, well, why am I even doing this, right? What is in? Okay, it's fun, sure, right? It's definitely fun and it's great, 100%. But there are various other things in life that I can do that are also fun, right? Like, Obi, good evening, buddy. So that's why, right? It's more of a just a way to yeah. All right, let's yeah. Let's see what's happening here. So if we get over here, let's try to save. Are we actually printing anything at all? All right, so let's actually go to the hook. Let's go to this validate thing here, and if it's not valid, let's say AJV errors. And let's get back here. So let's trigger this. So let's say AB. Yeah, so that seems to be there is some extra render happening, right? Which then fucks up the errors. We can see here that this is actually correct, but should be at least 45. No, actually, no, must not have. Yeah, and that is the problem, right? So something somewhere fucks it up. Let's actually take a look at that. So if we go over here, where the fuck is this title? It's pissing me off a bit now. Form state title value error on change form dot set state. Yeah. Yeah. And then where is it over here? Navigation, handle, update, handle, create. Invalid form. Let's take a look at that there. It's a bit annoying, honestly. Again, I'm a bit bored with this. I hope we can move today from doing this, because I really don't feel like doing this anymore. So let's just kind of. Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of things, a lot of libraries they're using React context, like Redux, React Redux, and so yeah, I mean, one way or the other, you're always with those modern libraries. There's always something wrapped in a context. Yes, I don't necessarily use that because I don't like that pattern when building things myself for the most part. But yes, if I would need some global state, if I wasn't using Redux, which also uses React context, then for sure I would use it for maybe marginal, very limited things like global state. If I needed to share global state, that would probably be easiest using the context, right? So we're actually, why the fuck is this not triggering this? This is not, this is super strange. Like, there's no chance that are we actually managing to pass this? Let's take a look. Well, caching has very little to do with it in that case, right? Caching has very little to do with that, right? So why do we pass this? So this is super bad. Super bad, yeah. Yeah, so we do have a bug now since I kind of copy pasted this stuff. Let's take a look. So yeah, that's not good actually. So if it's not valid, is this check validity broken or something? Data AJV validate. So this is kind of okay. Let's take a look what's happening. What the hell? So let's go to use form again. Check validity. Console.log is valid. Just print that quickly. AB. Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. So we're getting false here for is valid, which is correct. But then we are actually managing to pass. Ah, shit, man. I know. Ooh, ouch. Ouch. We'll need to update a lot of stuff on. Ooh, hoo. Or do we actually? No, wait a minute. All good. So valid. No, actually, it should be fine. If it's not valid, do that is. Ah, I see. So that's the problem, right? We're always going to be returning something. And even in this case, we're going to return is valid false data null, right? Good evening, Panosa. No, fuck ChatGPT. No. I only use that thing for the most part for automating stuff. In very rare cases, it's... Okay, so I know what the problem is, right? Unfortunately. Because, yeah, we need shit. No, but I think honestly, it's... I think when it comes to Vanix, my friend, oh my god, my favorite people are getting here. I think Panosa, when it comes to automating tasks, I think ChatGPT is absolutely brilliant. It's unreal how good it is. Now, when it comes to some other things, yeah, I mean it's also good, but not always great, right? Which it would be silly to expect that to be totally perfect. Okay, so this is kind of what we actually need to do all over the place. Because we changed the interface of this thing. Okay, so now this thing should slightly be behaving differently, right? Yeah, and maybe that was the actual bug. Let me see. So Panosa, we turned that library into isomorphic thing, right? So now I'm resharing validation with both ends, right? So I'm using the same validators in both ends, and so now we're kind of rounding that up. And I want to just make sure to share the same schemas as well. Okay, so it seems very good. We just forgot shit. Actually, we need to... And this now worries me a bit because it says, so the validator for this is kind of, the string contains characters that are not an alphanumeric. So that kind of worries me a bit. I've seen this. Why is it saying this? Content. Well, I mean, if you remember, we are using AJV on both ends, right? Front end and back end, right? So of course we are not hitting the endpoint at all, at least not through our UI, right? But in certain cases, we have to hit it, for example, to validate the username or email if it's used or not, right? But in simple words, it's since we're using AJV on both ends, we're just sharing the same validators on both ends, right? Okay, so this is the only thing now that's kind of wrong because I'm not sure why would we. So let's just fix that, and then I think we're mostly fine. And this is, yeah, this is client-side validation failing. And let's say form data, content, paragraph, text. Let me just inspect this text because, yeah, so this is a false negative, I can say, because I don't think that the content has what it claims that it does, right? Okay, so let's take a look at that. So if we check our schema actually, right? So if we go to the article schema, which we're importing from our library there, article, if we take a look at the content, we have has text, secure string true. Okay, so that is kind of the problem, right? The problem is that we can't use this validator for the content like this simply because the validator that's validating the content, which is the tip tab content, right? So I mean, we could technically make it work, but then we would need to do whatever we're doing in hashtag. If I actually open up, right, this third party, this isomorphic under quotes library we wrote, it's this one, right? If we go and take a look at has text, right? This has text takes in the JSON object, which is the tip tab JS state. We string it, we parse it, then we check if it has some data, if no, la la la. So basically what we would have to do for this, for the secure string, which is our new kind of main validator, right? That checks for all sorts of things. Like if I go into a secure string, you can see it contains Unicode characters, combined characters, disallowed characters, is string composed merely only from the white space and stuff, right? So if we would want to use this, which we don't with the actual content, we would need to ensure also inside of this validator that this data here is in fact a string. Right now we're not checking that, we're just saying data, right? So what we would have to do if we want to use this, but I don't actually think that we want to use that anyway there, because the content should be anything really. Yeah, I think I did implement the bad words as well. I don't actually remember. My brain is. Let's take a look at secure string. No, this is just if it's characters any other than those, including the white space, basically. So I didn't implement the actual bad words as part of this, right? Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think that we do. So let's actually do that as well, right? I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. So let's, yeah, I 100% I think you're right, right? So let's kind of just copy, and then let's write some unit tests for it as well, right? Just so we can see it work. But didn't I have like penis or something in one of those? I'm not trying to be vulgar, but I think, this is when I tested the contains bad words. Okay, if the contains bad words utility works, is contains bad words, and then value, then profanity is not allowed. Please behave in a civil way, something like that, right? Okay, cool. So now if we actually go and cd to programmer network HAV and pm test, so everything should be passing now. Now let's make something fail, right? So if we if we actually go to the string utils and go here, let's go search for secure string. Yeah, so this is the one. Return should fail and return a proper message if profanity is used. Okay, so we're gonna say here, I don't know, hey there penis, and then is valid false. So this should fail, right? Exactly. And then error message should be string is no, profanity is not allowed. Please behave in a civil way. Let's actually get rid of that. Right, so let's say that the error message is that. And there we go, the test now. So if it passes, let's just make sure that, yeah, that it fails. It does. Okay, beautiful. So we've added that thing. Okay, great. Thank you, Penosa. That's a good reminder. So we have that now. All right, cool. All right, so one thing that I have to do, though, is we need to remove that thing from... You should have it be, hey... No, it doesn't. It doesn't fail. No, white space is allowed, actually. So white space is not disallowed. At least we'll check that. I don't think that's the case. I actually agree with Jace, right? I agree. I agree with that. It's just like... Did I? I don't think... because... Where was it? No, the test is just to say that it is allowed, in fact. Should return true if the string has white spaces, right? Yeah, exactly. So what Jace actually said is quite actually accurate, though, but in that case, contain bad words would actually have to return the bad word, right? So how would we do that, right? Let me... And for this, I will use ChatGPT, right? Well, I'm already using regex, right? So let's just give it this. Because I don't actually care much. I'd like to return a given bad word when the regex fails. You already have the words with a pipe, which is a regex pattern. I guess what it's gonna do is probably, yeah. So I guess it's like this, it's a match, right? Exec. So if the match fails, exec returns null. So you can see kind of ChatGPT. Yeah, but so what this guy wrote, it seems, is that it wrote that it's gonna return, this is gonna only return a first match, right? What if multiple words are bad words? Shouldn't we be returning an array? All right, well, let's try this, right? Let's try this. Obviously, our tests for it now are going to fail, which is contains stats. You could just add your constant in the regex. I'm not sure what you could just add your constant in the regex. Ah, I see, I see. So you mean just wrap this fella in a regex, right? So you're saying do this, right? Right? Am I? All right, I see. I see. Okay, cool. So you're saying wrap this in a regex, right? Like this, right? I would not move to kick to 100 for 100 million, 300 million minimum. Yeah, but then I'm confused. What do you suggest? Because yeah, but I mean, this is not going to do it. That's why I asked ChatGPT. What ChatGPT suggested is something like this, right? Give me all the matches that match the bad word, right? So I don't think necessarily that. So I'm confused. I'm a bit confused, right? What your suggestion is, right? I'm not exactly sure. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what do you suggest then? So what I mean, this is working already obviously, and this is returning true or false, and that's not what I want. I need to return the words which are faulty, right? So that's pretty much right. And this is, I think, sensible way to do it, right? Just use this match all against the value and then spread against the bad words regex, right? And then they do it like this though, which is different, right? So I guess we need to this would not work for us because they have bad words as an array, right? Well, no, I mean we will no, I mean I'm not using this anywhere necessarily, right? I'm just using this one right now inside of the secure string, right? So it contains bad words. It's just used for now in so either way, right? Let's just yeah, but we can't also do this because yeah, because they expect the bad. Yeah, this is what they kind of expect, right? So okay, give me 2 seconds. Let's just where is it? Jesus fucking Christ. No, utils, right? Was it in utils? String utils. Where did I have the bad words? Over here. And now this thing is gonna. All right, that's this is what I want. Yeah. All right, so let's go back here. Let's go to contains bad words. Let's replace this thing. Shit. Well, yeah. In fact, we already have that here. Bad words, regex. Yeah, actually, so that okay. All right, so the tests are now gonna fail. I don't rely on anything. I mean, the thing is that question is flawed by design, right? Because any code you copy from the internet, right, past 30 years is potentially not correct. I don't know why would people make necessarily a huge separation between Stack Overflow, for example, and ChatGPT, right? Because all the stuff that ChatGPT gives you anyway is based on the public data that it pulled from. So no, I mean, you should never trust any code you copy paste from anywhere anyway. And it doesn't matter if it's ChatGPT, right? Or something else, right? It's equally bad, right? Okay. I disagree. I think it's equally good and equally bad. No, it doesn't. You're probably using free version, which in that case I agree, yes. And you should not be using version 3. Or let's do it like this. You give me something that I can ask it that it's gonna answer with a false answer. Expected but found contains but word. What? Ah, it seems we have a typo or something here. What the fuck is going on? I think I do. No, I have I at the end. I don't have the G. I don't have the global. Yeah, I didn't have the global thing. Yeah. But that's not why it's failing. Exactly. Failed with one error, stdn error. So we have a syntax error somewhere. Did we like not save some crap or something? The fuck is... Ah, shit. Yeah, sorry, my bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah, all right, cool. So now some of those tests for bad words is gonna fail, right? So let's go here and let's say contains bad words. Yeah, contains bad words. So let's just have one test. Let's just make sure we don't have any failing tests. And then I guess if we go to safe string or whatever, what is it? Secure string. Let's also comment this one out because it's gonna be slightly different. What the fuck is still failing, man? The thing is, I mean, look, the information you're giving us, and no offense, is very shallow, right? The thing is, like, that's also in a way slightly unappreciative of the technology, right? What you're saying to me is this: I gave some random snippet of code to something, and it didn't give me exactly the response that I want, right? So your expectation up front is wrong, right? Your expectation from a text-based matchmaking system is completely wrong, right? Which is why you're saying what you're saying. You're like, I gave this piece of code to ChatGPT and it gave me the wrong answer. It doesn't work like that, right? ChatGPT isn't some magician that you copy paste your thoughts and it just solves it for you, right? If you don't give it context, right? right? It's like it doesn't work like that, right? So if you think to use ChatGPT like, hey, I have a problem, solve it for me now, it doesn't work like that, right? Doesn't work like that. Okay, good, good. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so let's now fix the tests. So contains bad words. Let's fix them one by one. Receive penis. Okay. All right, is this the test that's failing? Let me actually make sure it is. Yeah, it is. So what is it? Let me just kill the API for now. I can't see shit here. Received serializes to the same string. So is this some sort of, are we comparing? Yeah, shit, this is actually pretty annoying now. Because I think what this to be now is doing, instead of comparing the array and its values, it's comparing probably the reference of an array, right? Because the arrays are just objects in JavaScript. So probably now it's like, yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. Serializes to the same string, so why did it fail then? This makes absolutely no sense. Past then 77. What the fuck is going on, man? Is this one failing now? I mean, ChatGPT literally passed the doctor exam in the US faster than anyone in history, right? No, it's just I mean, I'm sorry for that. This is not a vulgar thing by no means. We're just testing the contains bad words validator. So that's why this thing is here, right? Because are you creating content filter code? I'm not sure what that means. Not sure what that means. Content filter code. Serializes the same string. Replace to be with to strict equal. Okay. So this one. Okay, there we go. Okay, beautiful. Let's pass. Let's write the second one should return false. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's write another test where there's two bad words. Should return true for the string containing bad words. Should return an array of a string array of a single bad word. Should return a string array of multiple bad words. Okay. Okay, great. So that's actually good. So that's perfect. So now we have to kind of solve other things, right? So now we have this test here. So now we're going to go actually to secure string. And we're going to get over here, right? And if this contains bad words, right? So this contains bad words. Now it's actually going to be returning the bad words for us, right? So let's slightly rewrite how this inside of the actual validator. So what the hell? Yeah. So let's rewrite this slightly. So we're going to say here contains bad words is this, right? And actually, no, let's just say it here like bad words. And then here we can say, you know, if bad words dot length, it means it does contain them. And let me actually please remove the following words. And then here we can actually use a template literal, right? And we can say bad words dot join actually dot split, right? I guess. Actually join it. Fuck my life. Yeah. Exactly. It is. All right, beautiful. S streamer, I'm not sure what do you mean. I'm not quite following what you're talking about right now. All right, so let's fix the test. Okay, so that's passing, right? Let's write another one with multiple should fail and return proper message if parameter is used. All right, beautiful. That should fail because we need to update this thing. And then this thing. All right, great. Cool. This, as I wrote in the comment, does not belong here at all, actually. So we will, in fact, get rid of this. All right, beautiful. So that's great. So all of the tests for this thing are passing now. So the only thing, like I said, we forgot to do is let's search for content. We need to make sure that it doesn't have secure string as part of it here. Has text, exactly. Secure string. What is this course lecture? Okay, secure string is fine there. This is just some test stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, of course, right? You can bypass things like that anytime, right? Of course. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do your best to prevent it, right? I'm not gonna implement machine learning because that's the most irrelevant thing, right? You cannot solve that problem anywhere. That's why websites have content moderation, right? Right. So of course, right? But you cannot. I'm not gonna implement machine learning models to check for bad words, right? I don't think that Twitter does that even, right? Or any of those platforms. That's why you have moderators, right? Can you show me? Yeah, I can show you that. Yes. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Yes, kebab, 100%. Yes. Could you show me secure string code? Are you actually checking only for? I am only checking for A to Z, exactly. So, yes. Hume AI, actually, I've never heard of that. Let me check it out. But again, we don't care, right? Very nice. Let me bookmark this immediately. And then we're gonna check it out. Exactly. They would, right? And again, that's also very difficult to solve because you have like Serbian language, for example, right? In Serbian, you have characters like sh, j, f, lj. So there's so many languages and so many permutations of that. Then you have, like you wrote, you have Swedish letters, you have yeah, right. So I don't know. I mean, if you have a suggestion how to improve this, 100% better. The thing is, again, like this what we're doing today is by no means supposed to fix this on a fundamental level. That's impossible, right? No platform can do that. You can still go to Facebook and type fuck, shit, crap, whatever you want, and then somebody is going to report you, and then you're going to get banned. So I mean, it's just right, like, we can do what we can, right? We're not Facebook, right? We're not Twitter. Exactly. I mean, 100% kebab. I mean, you can, like, if those users exist, they're gonna find a way to do it anyway. So that's not right. This is more what we're doing here is to at least discourage people, call them to their senses of those who try to do that. It's like, hey man, that's, it's not cool to write that sort of stuff, right? And if that person still wants to do things, then that person probably is malicious user anyway, and that person is going to try to do those things anyway. And that's unavoidable when you're building a public platform, right, where anyone can sign up for free. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's ridiculous to even try to fully solve that by code, right? Okay, so let's check it out, Panosa. Let's check it out. I mean, I do respect your input on that, right? So how could I allow special characters of different languages like Danish, Swedish, in a regex like this? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. Give me 2 seconds, Panosa. Kebab, thank you very much as well, man. A streamer, I don't think there is a free alternative. What you can do is you can get some Raspberry Pis. I have a cluster of Raspberry Pis right here. There's no such thing as a free hosting, to my knowledge, at least. They used to be. Actually, wait. Let me pull that back. There, I don't know if Heroku still has free tier. Yeah, Netlify. Yeah, but those are not backend. Isn't Vercel used for hosting like Next.js and stuff like that? Isn't Vercel just for like... Yeah, and Netlify is only for frontend, correct? Panosa, what do you think about this? This pattern will match any character that is not a number, an English letter, lower uppercase, or a Latin character, including those with the range. Covers a broad set of Latin characters, including those used in Danish, Swedish, many other languages. This includes characters. So it seems this is the way, right? Yeah, but it seems that ChatGPT actually gave me, right, something, right? So let's actually write a test for that, right? I don't have a keyboard here for... Give me 2 seconds. Let's actually do this, yeah. Indeed, Panosa, man, I agree. Contains disallowed characters to be false, exactly. Now, if we just slightly go and change that regex just for fun, this should fail, right? Yeah, okay, so we did indeed include those, right? All right, great, that's perfect. So that's good, so that also now works. Beautiful. We forgot, no, all good. Did I not? Or was this Swedish that I copied? Yeah, it was. No, or is this like a Finnish? Well, I did define. This is this is Swedish. How are those carried? Yeah, exactly. We have an A, and we have then what else do we have? Yeah, doesn't matter exactly. Okay, let's push this. Beautiful. Okay, great. Let's reinstall it now. Now the only problem though is contains bad words that I saw though. Ah, shit. Okay. So we forgot to update this fella over here, right? Yeah. Okay, so because we only updated it. Ah, okay. So that kind of sucks ass, doesn't it, right? Is secure string, right? We have is secure string over here, right? And inside of here we have contains bad words. Yeah, okay. I see. All right, so we need to update the contain bad words validator as well. So it actually returns. So, okay, let's go to, I don't know, secure string. We're going to copy this template fully. We're going to do this. And then we're going to just grab the validate here. So we have the compile and then validate over here, right? Yeah, exactly. So we're going to then say this. Could be exactly. Let's give me 2 seconds. Let's maybe do that. Yes, why not? I don't disagree at all. Give me 1 second. All right, that's good. Contains okay. Compile, validate errors now. And shit. Well, I'll just need to do it in both ends. Just gonna globally search and replace. It does fuck it up, yes. Indeed, very badly, yeah. But not a big deal at all because we can just all right, so what we need to do is we need to do this. Pretty much this. Right, this. All right, beautiful. Okay, validate errors set to null. We try to get the bad words if there is length. Fail, add the validation, add the error to the errors array. Keyword message parameters invalid input data. Exactly. Okay, great. Let's fix this test. Should fail if the let's know what the fuck value is not defined. Okay. Where's the value? Okay. All right. Well, it's still passing. Okay, I see. No. So that's actually fine because we're not really testing the validator. We're just testing our utils. So essentially, yeah, that's why, right? I get the words. So that's kind of okay. Thank you very much, Ben, for the follow. That appreciate it. Okay. So we can assume that this works, and we'll see. I mean, we could test this as well. I did start writing the actual tests for the schemas, right? So we have some tests here, so we could technically test this easily, right? So if we just do this now, so let's say, yeah, that kind of doesn't make sense though, but we do have the instance of an HAV here, right? So actually, you know what, instead of doing it like this, let's do it like this, right? So we're gonna go to keywords here, and we can actually build a test for keywords as well. So we can say here, keywords.test. Well, slugs, I think, are validated differently. We're gonna have to take a look at that. I'm gonna have to see that, Panosa. Very good, very good, very good, very good that you mentioned that for sure. Let's see in a moment, right? Let me just do something here first, though. So let's kind of get rid of this, and now here we can actually be testing our keywords, right? So what we can do here, we don't really even need anything like this. We can just say, hey, so we can have a schema of some sort, right? Let's just say type object, you know, properties, foo type string, right? Or whatever. But then here we can say get bad words and then false or whatever. And then here we can write the test, right? Let validate. Here we can say expect foo high penis. And we're having a syntax error of some sort, it seems. Describe. Yeah, we definitely do. No, we do have the properties. Time object properties. Yeah, actually, we're missing a brackets, right? Like this. That's missing, right? Expected false. Received foo high penis. Because our test is completely stupid. So ignore me for a moment. So what we need to actually do, right? We need to call the actual validate. So what we actually need to do, let's do this, right? So we run this against this, right? So we say validate whatever. So let's do that. My bad, completely my bad, right? And then we're gonna just let's just have some schema here. Let's just say let's just do it, I don't know. Did I actually have to do that there as well? Yeah, that kind of sucks. Why are we doing this here? I want to do this per test, right? So let's not do this here at all, actually. Before each, no. So we're gonna say here, shit, come on. All right, give me a moment. Const validates this. We already had it. Okay, sure. Then let's break this into an actual variable. Let's just say schema. Schema is this, right? And then we're gonna validate against the schema. Then we compile this, we make sure that this compiles, and then we call the valid thing, right? And then we're also gonna say this. Chica, good morning, my friend. Good evening. Morning is and wait a minute, that actually makes no sense. Where is the data? Ah, here's the article. My bad. Sorry. So here we're gonna say, hey, give it a foo, which is high penis, which is a profanity word. Penis is a bad word, right? And to be false is actually correct, but that's not what we really want, right? What we actually do want is we wanna, I guess, print valid.errors, I believe. Valid.errors. Or is it validate.errors? And here it is. You can see keyword, right? So keyword get bad words. So that's what we can do, right? So here we can say something like this. I suppose we can say const, and then destructure it like this, error, which is the first error, at least here. So we get this object now. And then we can say, hey, expect error.message to be profanity is not allowed, blah, 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 right? And that's passing, right? So if we update this thing, it should fail, and it does. So this is how we can actually test our validators, because we wrote the tests for all of our utilities, which are then used in AJV validators, but we didn't really test the validators themselves, right? So, but we can see now that actually what we just implemented there does work, right? And this we should just say should fail if get bad words returns bad words, I don't know, whatever, right? So that's how we can actually test it, right? And then of course we should test all of the other ones, right? For example, we have a secure string, which we are also testing. Again, we're testing the we don't actually have to do it now, but yeah, we can also say here should fail if, you know, YouTube URL is invalid, right? And we do the same here. Type object, properties foo, type string, and then how did I call the actual validator? Is YouTube URL, right? So let's say here, I suppose it's like this, right? So we have the schema, the validate, we compile that, then we have the say validate, and then here we can say, let me grab actually programmer networks one, programmer network YouTube. Yeah, but no, that's not a valid one. So let's go to my live stuff. No, let's go to some videos. Let's do this one. So let's see. Foo, and then we give it this. So let's actually first give it the correct one, right? Object null is not there, cannot read proper symbol. Okay, I have no idea what's happening, but let's see. So let's say should pass. So should pass if YouTube URL is valid. Let's do that first. So we define the schema, type string is YouTube URL, validate AJV compile. Now let me go to the API just quickly. And it should be set to true. Okay, interesting. I actually done. All right, so let's shit. That's not what I actually wanted. So is YouTube URL true? And yeah, expect valid to be true, right? And then, yeah, it seems that there's something wrong probably with the validator, and this is good. This is why actually I didn't actually test this guy yet anyway. So is there something here? So is YouTube string errors true, I guess? But I think we might have a syntax error somewhere, I suppose. Object null is not iterable, cannot read property symbol. Is there something wrong we're doing here? So there's this guy, then we have properties, then we have foo, which has a type of string. Is YouTube URL is true, right? So there is no syntax errors there. And then we have this validate for whatever reason here in a global scope. And what if we remove this? Why is it? Object null is not iterable. Are we maybe not? Wait a minute. What if we get rid of this? Super strange. I have no fucking clue what's going on. Okay, so something's wrong with the fucking test, man. What is going on? Like, so yeah, so something's wrong with the test suite. What? Now it's passing? Are you kidding me, man? What the heck? Did the just testing suite like go super crazy? All right, let's mess this URL up. Yeah, that should fail if I say, you know, like HTTP google.com. That should fail, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's say should fail if YouTube URL is invalid. If YouTube URL is invalid, right? And then we say here http example.com. And then we're gonna say here to be true, false. Ah, shit. False. Give me 2 seconds here. All right, cool. All right, well, that's also fine now, right? So that's okay. So we know that that kind of works now, that one, right? Should we now proceed and write a few more just to test the actual validators to make sure that they're passing properly? Probably we should, yeah. Let's just spend like 5 more minutes on this. Gromes, thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. And let's have, yeah, this kind of sucks here, right? So let's just group those tests slightly better, right? So let's have some nested describes, right? That kind of sucks, right? So let's get back here and so let's just say here get bad words, right? And yeah, let's grab and put this fella over here, right? Hopefully that should still pass. Cool. And then let's just group those two tests as well, right? So let's just wrap them over here, and let's call this is YouTube URL. And then we can actually just should pass if URL is valid, should fail if URL is invalid, right? Beautiful. Okay, great. And then let's do a few more for the other guys, right? So let's do the one for has text. Has text. Let's get rid of this. So here we're gonna say foo type string has text. Actually, let me go to the API or to the front end. How we're using has text. Yeah. So let's do it like this. So it has text, minimum length. Let's say minimum length is, I don't know, 5 characters. Okay. So this should be failing now, and it does. Beautiful. And now the foo has to be an actual. The foo has to be an actual. What is it called? Tip tap content, right? So let's go to production. Actually, let's go to production server. Let's log in and let's grab one of the. Let's grab one of the thoughts from the feed, right? And then we're gonna use it to write the test for, right? So shit, zoomed in too much. So let's go to by user tags, payload, preview, rows. Yeah. And let's grab one of the contents, right? So copy string as JSON literal. Sure, we can copy it as a JSON. And let's say that foo here now is, let's just say JSON.stringify. Are you kidding me, man? Seriously? Why is it not copying it, man? Come on. Unbelievable. What the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, man. Ah, okay, so it's already a string. Okay, well, we don't need to stringify then. Okay, I see. So it's saying that, yeah, so this should, so should pass if the text has at least 5 characters, right? If I increase this to 5,000, this should hopefully fail, and it does. So that's good, right? And then let's make sure it fails if it doesn't have, right? So should fail if the text doesn't have at least 5 characters. And then here we're gonna say, hey, content type text. So this is gonna have 2 characters now, right? Petrash, good evening, buddy. So that's good. So should fail if the text doesn't have. Let's just go to this validator. We wrote has text. And let's actually write a few more because we do have the min length set here, and we actually so let's actually react to those errors as well, right? So if we go to the thing here, right, we should actually be able to get hand of that error, right? So actually we should also be able to say here expect it to be false, and let's do this. Obviously this is now going to fail. And then we can do this. Right? Beautiful. Beautiful. So it does, in fact, work. Let's test the max length as well. So we're gonna... Let's write another test here. Let's say should fail if the text has more than 5 characters, right? They definitely will. I think, actually, I read a book. It's called the Developer's Haircut. You can check it out. And they say that the most important skill of a developer is the haircut, actually. So 100%. Definitely. 100%. Everyone knows that the haircut is the most important skill you can have as a developer. Let's not pretend here, right? Let's not pretend. Look at my haircut, right? If it was any good, I would be able to code. So clearly. So definitely. 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 I mean, only if you're fully bald. Like if you have some hair left, that's unacceptable, right? So if you start balding, just, you know, just shave it up completely. That's also respectable. Everybody knows that the developers, either with a lot of hair or no hair, are the best developers on the planet, right? Right? So you gotta be either fully bald or fully long hair. Definitely. Definitely. No. If you want to be a great developer, you have to start losing hair now, and you can't leave your room ever again. That's pretty much the prerequisites. Any other path is gonna make you horrible. All right, let's get back to code. Exactly. So beautiful, great. That's actually pretty good. And yeah, we need to test this case as well. So if it has no text, right? So it should fail if there's no text. Thank you everybody for your follows. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Huh. Oh. Interesting. I see. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of one thing that I would like to see here, right? Because right now, let's take a look at this. This is the has text one, right? So if validate errors, if there's no data, right? Clearly, the value must contain text, right? Sure. Yeah, I mean, we could kind of do that, right? It's just, it seems to me that we really always have to... So actually, yeah, so this is, thank you very much, guys. Well, no, I mean, because I'm pretty sure you're not as funny as Mr. Bin, right? So it goes it goes hand to hand, right? If you want to be successful as Mr. Bin, you also have to have a sense of humor, right? And you don't have that. So basically, we can also say here, so is not empty is kind of okay, right? But I guess min and max length, right? That has to we have to check for that, right? So let's kind of move this down here, right? And then let's actually say something like this. Well, if schema yeah, pretty much like this, right? That's kind of strange what I did, max length. Yeah, exactly, right? So instead of kind of doing this, right, let's kind of get rid of that. Let's slightly get rid of this. If length is less than min length, exactly. So in simple words, we need to update this validator so this only runs if those two properties are actually provided, right? So actually we can just say here, if schema dot min length and, right? And we don't really need a conditional operator, right? So that's okay. And then we actually don't need this. I don't know, the VS Code is fucking broken. I don't know what's... And then we pretty much need to do the same, right? Min length, params, max length. I don't know why am I passing the max length back, right? That doesn't really make sense. So let's just say here schema.min length. And then we can do the same pretty much here, right? So we're gonna say, hey, max length has to exist here. And then I'm new to programming, just finished polishing my front-end skills. Now I'm moving back to what do you mean by polishing your front-end skills? Can you be more specific? Moving to backend with Flask and Express.js. I'm not also sure what Flask has to do with Express.js. So also need more context there, right? But apart from that, happy to give you a tip. Just, I need more context, right? Max length is not, yeah, max, yeah, I see. So let's do that, and schema min length. Beautiful. Okay, great. Min length is not defined. Min length, let's see. I see. Schema.min length, and length is less than schema length. And yeah, length is greater than the schema max length, right? Beautiful. Okay, great. So that seems to be passing now, right? Now, okay, great. Beautiful. So going back to the tests, right? I shouldn't need to be passing really this, right? That's kind of what concerns me slightly a bit here. But it seems to be expecting an object, right? Yeah, and that kind of sucks. So let's see why is that, right? It doesn't make much of a sense. So we get the schema that we do anticipate, right? But that, okay, let's not worry about that. But let's just make this pass. So let's say here, whatever, max length. So let's not pass any text. Let's just make sure this is kind of empty. And then validation errors, yeah, the value must contain text. So that's correct. So the validator itself kind of works, right? Well, it definitely works. So the tests are passing. The only thing I dislike is that I need to, it seems to me that we need to, wait, why can't I pass true or something? I actually can. I can. Okay, I see. Because I made some of those extra properties optional inside of this validator. So as you can see, we don't really need to specify min and max length sometimes, even though in probably 99.9% of the cases it's going to be mandatory, right? So we save parse the JSON, those utilities that I wrote for this library, right? And that's great. Then we check if there's no data. Then we make sure that it's not empty. If it is, we pretty much do the same thing right here. And then we have the actual length of the text, and this has text is the thing that we separately wrote unit tests for this utility. So that's actually really good. Is there anything else that we didn't test? Is empty, is secure? I mean, we could do is secure string as well. But let's push this first to this repo that we wrote. Let's just say bunch of tests. And let's sync it. And let's just go quickly to the actual front end. Let's also run the API CDA source pnpm dev. So where were we? So this is production. Okay. This is what I want to test again, just for fun. Okay. So let's make sure that stuff is still... Profanity is not allowed. What? That doesn't look promising. Profanity is not allowed. Please update your content. Ah, I see. I know what the get bad words has bad words or something. We need to update some of the validators, right? So let's we need to rename them. Contains bad words is now called get bad words. So we're just gonna globally search and replace here, right? So that should kind of fix that one. That's what we just updated there in that external library. Profanity is not allowed. What the fuck? No, I'm pretty sure I call it get bad. Oh shit, maybe. Wait a minute. Let's just make sure that we reinstalled this this thing. Have you remember to add Alex to the list? I'm on top of the list. On top of the list. PMTM dev. Okay, let's take a look. Super strange. Shit. Let's just test the validators. Profanity is not allowed. Good. Okay, beautiful. So should be 25 characters long. That should be passing now. Should be at least 40 to 45 characters long. Great. Let's say Java, whatever script or whatever else. Content. The text must have a length greater than or equal to 250 characters. Okay. Let's go to lorem ipsum and let's copy some shit. So let's grab this whole thing, paste it here. Well, something's happening at least. So let's see what. Or we are probably getting some error. Let's take a look. Pass this, okay. So we are in fact probably hitting the API, but in the I see. Must be okay. Good. So in the last stream, basically, that's perfectly fine because tags now. The way that we're sending the tags, so that's another issue that we actually have to fix now, because the way that I've been sending tags here to the backend has changed. So we need to update that. So create handle create, yeah, exactly. So yeah, we simply don't have to do this anymore, right? So we'll just say tags, right? Now our API is still gonna fail storing them because we didn't update the actual endpoint for saving the actual tags, but we're gonna do that in a second. Let's just make sure that we pass the front end related issue first. Let's just get some lorem ipsum again. So let's get over here. So we should at least now, yeah, reach the API, and then the API will fail inserting the record in a database because it's gonna have a different shape, right? Well, let's make sure now what's happening. The string contains combined characters. Combined characters, really? But is this the error from the actual because we didn't actually reinstall stuff, I believe, in our API. So let's remove the library, because for those of you who don't know, Lucas, thank you very much for the follow. For those of you who don't know what we're actually doing, is I'm writing this isomorphic library now for Programmer Network where we are sharing validation and schemas between front end and back end. That hence the word isomorphic, because we're trying to reuse the same code from the both ends, right? So that's kind of what we're doing now, and we need to thank you everybody for your for the follows and all of that stuff. Appreciate it. Yeah, and then we need to also do the global search and replace in the API, right? Because we had contains bad words, right? This stuff now should be called contains get bad words, right? So contain bad words should be called get bad words. We've changed that, right? Leo, man, you're not allowed to leave. Sorry, dude. You gotta stay. No excuses. It's weekend. You can't go, man. You gotta be here. I'm sorry, man. No, he cannot. Don't tell him good night. He's not allowed to leave. He knows that. He must stay forever watching me. Okay, great. So I think now we have actually failed with the query error. Exactly. Invalid input syntax type integer. Beautiful, right? So now I think we are... yeah. So now we're failing, basically. So let's... let's go and search for create article, for instance, right? And inside of here, right, we're expecting the tags to be an array of integers, which is no longer true. So this body.tags indeed still exists, but it's an array of objects, right? So pretty much what we actually have to do is we need to destructure in place. So we're going to do something like this. We're going to say value. And in fact, we don't need, so we're going to just say value. And then we can alias that as tag ID just for the sake of it, right? So that should now work. So if we hit this again, there we go. Boom. It works again. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm so smart. It's unbelievable. It's so great. Okay, update. And we need to do the we need to do the same with the update, I suppose. Let's take a look. Yeah, we need to do the same with the update. All right, beautiful. Okay, so let's do the same with the update. Handle update somewhere. Handle update. Beautiful. And then we'll pretty much do just this, right? And then we also have to go to the API and update article, right? We need to do the same here. Body tags map. We're going to destructure in place. We're going to say value, which is the actual ID. And then the update now should also be possible, I believe. And it actually is. Great. Okay, beautiful. Just try that again. And you can see that this dirty state that I implemented in our hook actually works. So you can see if I change the state and then remove it, you can see that this actually you don't see the button in the bottom right, but actually our dirty state works as well. Okay, great. That's super. That's actually super nice. Okay, good. So that's actually great. Like we have 45 passing tests. Nexus, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. So we have 45 passing tests. We have almost entirely tested this isomorphic thing. I think probably just writing few tests for the secure string. I mean, we have also, we have tested all of the utilities used by those strings. That's how I wrote this, right? And actually, I can probably share this with you. If you're using AGV, this could potentially be useful to you as well. And if, of course, any of you want to contribute to this thing, feel free, right? This is kind of, where is it? It's this one, right? So if you want to play with this and do some contributions and learn some AGV stuff, validation, there you go. This is indeed public, right? So, so basically the only thing that, what is empty? Yeah, it's public, of course. Am I actually using is empty anywhere? I don't think that we're using this validator at all. Is empty. I don't think so. So I think I'm just going to remove that entirely. Keyword is empty. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to just get rid of this. I don't think we need this at all anymore. it's a kind of very lame and stupid validator at the end of the day anyway. And let's go to the tests. String tip tap. Yeah, so is empty. Let's just kind of get rid of this, because we don't really need that thing, right? Where the fuck am I using is empty? Okay, that's great. And only one thing that I didn't do is if we go to keywords and has text, I suppose. Yeah, no, is it this one? Contains bad words, get bad words, yeah. Shit, let's rename this to get bad words as well. Hopefully this should in fact automatically update stuff. Get bad words, beautiful. Okay, great. So let's just push this again. So util string, yeah, we'll get rid of that useless code. Yeah, exactly, get bad words, beautiful. We rename that file, contains bad words. You know, remove is empty. And rename contains bad words. Great, let's push that. Right now, I'm just unifying the validation between frontend and backend. So I'm writing this repository. You can actually take a look at it if you want. And this is essentially, this is installed in both frontend and backend of Programmer Network, right? And basically, we're using the, right? Yeah, Nexus. I mean, it is in a way a mixture of all of those things. Yes, exactly. Exactly, yeah. I mean, we could rewrite this library in TypeScript, but there would be no point, right? At all. And also, I can see that unfortunately, VS Code is still kind of broken, at least for me. So I don't know. Okay. Okay, so great. That's good. That's really good. That's pretty much good. I mean, I guess what's left for the front end and back end is to reshare the schemas now as well. At least the body schemas. I'm not quite sure if I actually want to do that now. One thing whatsoever that I do want to do is so let's deploy this to production, right? Because there's potential that some things were actually broken, right? So what I'm actually going to do is I'll need to let me just go to the front and get bad words. Yeah, exactly. All right. Actually, don't know what changed here at all. Get bad words. Okay. I see. Actually, this is pretty useless comment, so let's get rid of that. Schema, some white space, all right, sure. Schemas get bad words, get bad words. Yes, correct. Let's deploy this. Contains bad words, get bad words. Let's push that to production. Let's actually do the same with the front end. We've changed a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, so yeah, this shit, all of this stuff is quite... Let's make sure we don't have any consoles, right? So let's take a look what's happening. Form, yeah. Ah, this is just a storybook. Okay, I see. It's fine. Let's see what we actually got here. So let's just quickly skim through. Yeah, we actually had to do this, of course. Super awkward, but whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Staged changes. Changes here, yeah. Tills. Got rid of this, good. Changed that as well, good. What did we do in the use form? Good, I guess, hopefully. You know what, I don't actually care. I'll just push it all. Validation updates. Cool, let's push that to production. Let's go to my GitHub. Let's go to Programmer Network API. Let's go to our continuous integration stuff. So we're gonna wait for that to finish. Let's wait for Cloudflare pages to also deploy. Yeah, that's still actually building. Beautiful. Great. Let's close a bunch of this gibberish. So if I actually go back to we go to this library or whatever, this repository we just recently built in the stream, I guess the only thing, and I'm probably gonna do that off stream, is I'm gonna just, yeah, reuse those same schemas in both ends, because right now we just did an article as a proof of concept, and that actually ended up working, so that's really good. And there are actually a few more issues, I think, now when I look at it. I believe at least. So it's actually the message is going to be this. So I don't think we actually need. I think this error message here is going to probably be neglected anyway, right? Because I did actually we are setting the error inside of here. Profanity is not allowed. Please remove the following words. Get bad words, right? So in case, actually, in fact, we don't really need this, right? Actually, this is the only place that we still have. Okay, cool. That's great. So that was redundant, right? Let's push that again. Remove no longer relevant custom error messages. Let's do that and let's sync it. That's great. So this should be deployed now. Hopefully the API is actually deploying and not failing. Where was our GitHub? Shit. Let's get back here. Let's go to the API. So yeah, it is deployed. Hopefully we didn't break production. Let's see. I hope not, truly. All right, beautiful. Okay, we got a few more people signing up this stream. Amazing. Thank you guys, whoever you are. Thanks a bunch. All right, great. So stuff is still on. Stuff is still on. Let's just clean up a bit. Nice, nice. Okay, great. Let me just think. Does anyone have any question? But by the way, we can do a 5-10 minutes chat. Does anyone have anything that, especially if you're new, if you have any questions about anything or some tip that I can give you, feel free to ask. Don't be shy. It's not that I know who you are anyway, behind the fake Twitch username. If anyone wants to discuss something specifically, Kaimak, your yogurt, Kaimak, of course, man. Clearly. I mean, come on. Clearly. What is that question, dude? Seriously. I mean, come on. Where the hell? Super strange. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Folder icon. Actually, yeah, let's try this. I've never tried this one. Yeah, helium icon theme. Okay, great. Let's see how that looks like. Ah, shit. I don't like it. Helium icon theme is active. All right, well, it's okay. Definitely not normal. Definitely not normal. But, you know, on those types of things, you got, you know, it's easy. Okay, great. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so what do I want to do today? Let's actually, I think Chika, you reported something on Discord. NSD, good evening, buddy. And by the way, for those of you who are new, if you actually intend to keep watching me, and I hope you will, the easiest way to kind of get in touch is join our Discord community. So actually, I think if you already use Discord, then join. That's all. Now, what did I want to do? Shit. Oh yeah. So let's go to our let's go to our backlog. And actually, I need to do one more thing. Let me go to Cloudflare. And I haven't checked Grafana and Prometheus and Loki in days, which is quite funny actually. So what I'm actually gonna do is, no, I'm actually gonna go to my other account. That's actually not what I want. What I do want over here is go to Security Center, I believe. No, not really actually. So give me a moment here. So let's go to websites. Let's go to Programmer Network here. And let's go to Access now. Let's go to Security. Let's go to the WAF and let's edit this thing and let's manage the lists. And let me grab this thing. Let me edit this. And actually, that's quite awkward. What the fuck? Did I refresh? I guess I refreshed, yeah. Come on, man. What? You're kidding me? 77, 213, 220. Oh, yeah. Okay. Nah. Shit. Okay. Fuck my life. Ridiculous. Okay, let's do that once again. Websites, Programmer Network. Let's go to security. Let's go to VAF. Let's go to, we have some rules here, right? Some firewall rules, because all of the traffic, the programmer network goes through Cloudflare, which enables me to set up a lot of amazing things. And let's edit this. I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to then, I'm going to add this. And I'm going to add this to list. Hopefully now that should already be propagated. So if I go to Grafana, not yet, okay? That kind of sucks ass. So I guess we'll need to wait a bit. It's actually quite funny though. Preferences, let's go back to security. And let's go to, shit. Let's go to WAF again. Why is this blocking me? Because I'm probably getting blocked. Now let's take a look at the rate limiting rules, program network, that's fine. Tools. All right, here we go. Good, good, good. It took a second, right? It took a second, I believe. All right. So let's see. Actually, it's been a while since we checked our Grafana. Let's see some of the dashboards, right? So API logs. We'll see about that, right? Let's take a look at the nodejs. So we didn't have any restarts in ever, actually. That's great. Let's see if there's any out of the ordinary. So we did have some memory jumps, but I believe this is probably when we deployed. I'm almost certain of it, but generally everything looks fine. So yeah, we had few of the spikes, right? But let's take a look here at the event loop lag, 30 milliseconds. Yeah, that's kind of increased from before, but I guess it's due to the more traffic. So current is 10 milliseconds, max 554. That's great. Let's take a look at the Postgres, how our Postgres is performing. So average CPU usage is fine. Average memory all looks okay. Is there really anything out of the ordinary? That's kind of what you want to look at. Is there any spikes? That's what those graphs are anyway used, only useful for, nothing else. Max connections 100, current update data, current insert data, all good. And let's take a look at the Loki logs. We had few errors greater than 404 past 6 hours, let's say past 2 days. So actually, yeah, so past 2 days we actually had 2 errors, and that's okay. And this is still, we still have, okay, great. So actually nothing really feels, nothing feels strange. And let's take overall system health. So right now we have 10% CPU usage, memory used 9%, disk read is, so basically there's no traffic right now. Nobody's checking out anything. So, okay, great, beautiful. That's good, okay. This is definitely not coming up. Who created this? Kirill created this, okay. Okay, so some of those things I think in the starting tomorrow in the stream we're gonna be doing. So we're gonna be kind of going back to building features that I think more specifically we need to get back and finalize the courses feature, right? Then I'm gonna actually start recording the courses, and I think yeah, there's 2 or 3 security issues that Sullivan reported. We're gonna fix that first, and then but I think I'm gonna start recording the Fastify course this week. It's gonna be obviously on YouTube. And actually, I can see that those things are. So we'll need to. So most likely tomorrow we're gonna get back and finalize this thing. Just basically the courses view. And then we're gonna yeah, I think actually let me take a look if it's still all good. It is. Okay, beautiful. Spectra, of course, my friend, like as I told you, never stress. As long as we communicate things between each other, it's all good. I know your I know your situation. I've been there maybe, I don't know, many years ago, but just focus on that, man. Like, there's gonna be time to hack with me and to help out. So just focus on what's important, man. Of course, dude. No worries. Just shoot the message here and there in Discord, just so I know how things are, and that's perfect. That's perfect. All right. Okay, so that's good. I think how long have I been streaming? Should I round up? I don't know. 2 hours. I think that's generally how long I stream. I don't know if my wife is in bed yet, but I think I'm gonna round up now. Right back at you, man. Right back at you. So let's round up, fellas. Thank you very much, as always, for being here. It's been super fun 2 hours. I don't know if Panosa is still there, but thank you very much for your help. Chica, Leo, JC, Kirill, all of you guys, thank you for being around with me all this time. I really appreciate you. I really you make me come back and stream. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a great one. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. Okay, sleep well and enjoy yourselves. I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. Okay, peace out. Cheers. Have a